Welcome back, Dowsing Chef here. Today we are going to cook a curry. I used to cook a lot with beef mince, so this is another take on, replacing beef mince. So we're making like a mince curry with different things, different ingredients. I got rice cooking. Not going to show you how to do that. Just follow the instructions or follow my instructions, which are wash it 3 times. 3 or 4 times, but just wash it 3 times. Put less water than instructed on the packet. Not a whole lot less, but a fair amount less. And you're going to have rice that you really enjoy eating. And now I've got my pan on hot, trying to warm it up. We're going to put olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, a good amount as usual, enough to cover the bottom of the pan. In a mince curry, most of the flavor is coming from the cheap mince, which has a lot of fat in it, and that's getting all that flavor going on with the spices and that sort of thing. It makes it yum. And as ever, if you are afraid, well, you can reduce the amount, but just don't blame me if you don't like the taste, because you didn't follow exactly what I was doing. Right, sunflower seeds. My industrial amount of sunflower seeds. Now, that's an official measurement that we're rolling with here on the Dowsing Chef. 2 handfuls, okay? 2 fat handfuls. My rice is just about boiling. Have a look at the rice. I'll tell you, I'll turn that heat down. That you want it really boiling before you turn the heat down and put the timer on. Okay, this is basmati rice. The packet says 12 to 15 minutes, 14 minutes, so I'm going 12. Right, sunflower seeds in there. Now I've got a handful of barley. Just a handful, because we're not cooking the barley properly. We are putting it in for texture. Yeah, probably get the heat back. Oh no, that's all right. I'm always afraid of burning the sunflower seeds, so we are going to put butter beans. How good are butter beans? Butter beans are so good. The secret too, it's not a secret, but to tins of beans and lentils is to rinse the heck out of them. And I tell you, the amount of money a company makes off putting this many beans cooked in a can, it's outrageous, man. My point is, the only thing that these people have going for them, selling you this amount of beans for the price they charge in a can, is this: they are cooked to absolute perfection. You're never going to be disappointed with a tin of beans in terms of how they're cooked. But the taste, to get rid of that canned taste, you just got to rinse the heck out of them. That's the secret. Let's have a look at if these are toasted enough yet. Turn the heat back up. But yeah, they could probably do with a little bit more toasting. And again, the smell test is when that smell fills up the room, you're probably good. I can smell and see it's all going brown now, so I'm going to get moving. Curry powder. Store-bought curry powder. I'm putting 3 teaspoons in. And mind your nose here, cayenne pepper. I'm putting half a teaspoon in. A little bit more for my homies. And that is going to be the flavor. Alrighty. Starting to get a deep brown on those sunflower seeds. Tomatoes. A tin of tomatoes. Turn that up. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Tin of tomatoes in there. So we've got our spices, our tomatoes. We're going to put a little bit of vinegar. Tablespoon of vinegar. And we've got our butter beans. And the smell is already amazing. And that's basically going to be our curry. Alright, so I move that to the back because it's bloody splattering everywhere. Serves me right for being too generous with the oil. Alright, and we're just going to cook that, and the barley's going to absorb some of that excess moisture from the tin of tomatoes. And if it dries out by the time before the rice is ready, we'll add a little bit of water. But nice and quick. So the idea here really is, which you could make for a ragù, like a bolognese type thing, dare I say, is a couple of handfuls of sunflower seeds, a handful of barley, perhaps add some lentils or beans, a tin of tomatoes, spice and season to taste, and there you have a nice hearty, meaty, dare I say, sauce. And you know, as I always say, it's really the fat and the salt. Acidity, yes, we put some acidity here. Oh man, fat is really the key for things tasting good. It's ready. It's been cooking for about as long as the rice. The rice is now, the heat's been turned off and it's just resting. And it's time to season and taste. Right, we're going to season. Obviously going to need salt, so I'll put a generous amount at the beginning and have a taste. Da-da-da-da. Needs a little more salt. And at this point, it's good to taste because the barley is very firm. Now, I'm a weirdo. I like that. If you don't like that, you just taste it. If you think it's too undercooked for your liking, get some water, add like half a cup of water or a cup of water, and cook it again, and that barley will absorb it. I'd say add half a cup of water and then give it another 5 minutes, 10 minutes, simmer away and let that soak up. But I like the bite and the texture. We only put a little bit in, so that's me. Right, I added my little bit more salt, so I'm going to go again to taste, make sure it's right. And it's crunchy from the sunflower seeds. Rice is ready. Fluff that up. And really now just do whatever you want. Chuck that on. This cast iron pan gets hot. Put some of this on. That on, that on, that. What else do we need? I've got some chutney that I made from the marrows in the garden. Don't need to do that, but I'm adding that on there too. And there we go, with a wedge of lemon, because you can go like this, of course. And obviously that's good to go on the greens. Done. Time to taste, and we are out. Bit of Julia's rocket from the garden in there too. Cheers, everyone. Delicious. You wouldn't think you're missing out on meat with this meal. So yeah, have you tried my cooking? Do you like it? I literally use the pendulum to come up with interesting combinations of just regular vegan pantry ingredients. And they're really just regular pantry ingredients, right? Well, anyway, what I do is biogenic food lists. So believe it or not, I can actually give you a list of, you know, things like fruits and vegetables and grains and that sort of thing. That gives you the knowledge of which food items are biogenic or biotoxic for you. And yeah, that's what I do. But I'm just some random new guy. So the service, it does take me ages to do. Obviously I have to go through, you know, focusing on you, and then go through every vegetable, every fruit, you know, not every one, but like the main ones, and find out whether they're good for you or not. So anyway, you know, a good chunk of the basic stuff, right? So if you do like the sound of that and you want to give me a shot, go to the link below, which is a buy me a coffee page, and it's actually really cheap for the time that I'm putting in. All I'm hoping is that maybe you have some digestion issues. I can definitely help with that. Give me a shot if you just want to support me and you like the meals that I do. And like these recipes, the strange ones especially, you will be surprised. And try it out, because I guess I'm looking for people that can give me a good review, that I'm not full of crap. So yeah, so hey, otherwise anyway, who cares? Just try this recipe, and it's yum. You're gonna love it. So see you in the next one. Thank you.